Hey everyone, I'm going to do a quick little video on how easy it is to use lists and to navigate and pass data between screens using SwiftUI. So first, I'm going to show you this really cool website called Unsplash. Go ahead and go to unsplash.com. We are going to utilize some photos in this tutorial. Basically, Unsplash is royalty-free, free images, and they are all incredible images. So if you want to pick a theme, if you want to go random, do whatever you want here. I'm going to go ahead and hit nature and just pick some random ones. So let's pick 5 images and just download them to your device. Save them somewhere where you can easily access them. So let's go. I'm going to do animals. Okay, so once you have your 5 images saved, we are then going to open up a new Xcode project. So let's do iOS and app, hit next. We're gonna call this lists and nav demo. Make sure your interface is SwiftUI, language Swift. I think it has to be anyway. Okay, so this is our Xcode project. Hit resume on our preview. I'm gonna make my device an iPhone 12 Pro. Just make sure it's a mobile device. Okay, this is our app right now. It does not look great. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna make a struct called list item. And this is gonna be of type identifiable. I will explain why later. We're gonna say var ID is equal to UUID parentheses. What this does is gives each item a unique identifier, and it helps with our list logic. After that, we're gonna say var title is equal, or title colon of type string. We're gonna say var subtitle of type string. Then we're gonna say var image of type string. That is it. Okay. Now we're gonna go to our assets. Now go find your 5 images that you just saved and drag those into your assets folder. So now what you wanna do, once your images are in here, unless you got incredibly lucky, they are probably named something crazy. So we are gonna need to remember these names, and we don't wanna have to jump back and forth. So I'm gonna call this one monkeys. I'm gonna call this one mouse, goat. It's a crazy looking goat with cool horns. Dolphin, plural. And then this is actually a turtle. This is my favorite picture I chose. It's super deep in the water, and the sunlight is shining through. I think that is awesome. Okay, we have our images. Now we're gonna come up here and let's erase our padding in our hello world, and let's just use our text as an example right now. Hit resume if you have the chance to. We just wanna make sure this is still rolling. It's making me do it again, and I don't know why. It's like, hey, are you filming a video? Time to screw up. Okay, command click, text. We are gonna embed this in a list. Just hit enter, 0 through 5. All that is doing is automatically creating a list that allows us 5 items. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come below our list item struct, and we're gonna say var, I'm gonna say animals. You say, photos, you say list items, you say whatever you want. Mine are animals, so I'm calling them animals. Use what makes sense for you. So var animals is equal to this array, and now we are going to utilize our list item. We're not going to choose the ID. I'm just going to do the one with title, subtitle, and image. So title, dolphins. Subtitle, look how cool they are swimming. Image, we're just going to use a string, dolphins. give myself a little more room here. You need to use a comma for everyone but the last one. We are going to fast forward this part so it doesn't take too much time, but go ahead and fill in the rest of your array with your data. Now, so we have this, it's called an array, but it's basically a collection of list items. So we built our list item struct, and now we have a collection of them. So instead of 0 through 5, we can just fill in this list and put animals. Instead of item, we're going to say animal in. And then for the text, now we can get inside the resume. Jeez. Okay. We can get inside our quotation marks and go / parentheses. This is called string interpolation. String interpolation. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Then we're going to say animal.name title. Now, you see how it's looping through our collection. Cool, right? So what we are going to do is make this look better. We're going to do .font, .system, size. Let's make this 18, weight, bold, design, and we can delete design. Okay, so bold is our title, and then we're going to do another text, parentheses, / parentheses open. We're going to say animal dot subtitle, close parentheses, quotes, close the text parentheses. I like to space these out because things like that bother me. We have a problem. I forgot to embed this in a vstack. So go to your top text, embed in a vstack, move your subtitle text inside of that. Cool. Errors go away. We don't want it centered, so we're going to come up to our vstack and say alignment.leading. And we're going to say spacing 10. Cool. And then, where do we want our image? Okay, now what I want to do, I'm going to embed this vstack in a hstack, and we are going to put a spacer in between that. Actually, I'm going to show you without the spacer first. We're going to go image, animal.image, get our preview loading again. It is giant. We have to fix that. We're going to go resizable, and then we're going to say .frame width is equal to 50, height 50. Okay. Fear not. This is why I wanted to show you without the spacer. Okay. We're going to put spacer before image outside of our vstack. Now it's all to the right. Cool, right? Let's also round these corners. So we're going to go under our image.clip shape, rounded rectangle, corner radius is 5, .continuous. Cool, that looks better. Cool. Let's make these 100. I like our images. Let's show them off. Yeah. Let me see my dolphins. Okay. These are our list items. I don't think we realize how often we use what used to be, table views. I mean, you still use table views in UIKit, but with SwiftUI, it's just called list. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to come up to our list, command click list, embed in some type of stack, it doesn't matter which one, and we're going to change that name to navigationview. What this does is create enough space for the default large title. And since mine is animals, I'm going to come to the closing bracket on my list and go dot navigation bar title animals. So now do you see how we have our large title, but if I scroll, it changes to what is called inline. And if I wanted, I could actually change this to display mode, not style. I knew I was close. If I just wanted it to stay like that, I could do that. But I like the large title. Yeah. So what we are going to do now, create some space here. And then we are going to go to our hstack. And we're going to do the same approach of just embedding in something. And we're going to say navigation link, parentheses, destination, colon, we're going to say detail view, parentheses. Okay. It's going to say, hey, we don't know what detail view is. And we're like, hey, I know. Go to new file, SwiftUI view. I did that by right clicking, or you can do command click or command N for new file. We're going to call this detail view. And all we're going to have on this screen, okay, we're going to just put, embed this in a vstack. We're going to do a giant image here. Yeah, so what we have to do first, we're going to say var animal or whatever yours is of type list item. That will be the same. So it does have to be of type list item, but say you did people, make this, person or whatever makes sense for your project. So image, we're going to have animal.image. We need to set a default value for our preview. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to access my animals array, and I'm going to go brackets 0 just to call our first one to see what it would look like. This is a common thing in SwiftUI. Come on. Let's set a default value up here. Maybe that's what's holding us back. Animals. 0 is the first element in our array. There he is. Close-up shot. Then we're going to go under image. We're going to say dot resizable. Then we're going to go dot frame. Width is equal to 350. Height, let's call it 250. 300. Dot clip shape. Rounded rectangle, corner radius, 20, style continuous. And then we're gonna do spacer in between that and the text. No, we are not, it's too far. We're gonna set our, that doesn't matter actually. For this text, we're gonna go animal.title, should have made that called name. And then below it, we're going to say text animal.subtitle. Here, we're going to make a font.title, which just applies a title type. And then for this one, we're going to say .font.caption. I don't like that. We're going to say subheadline. Yeah. Look how cool they are swimming. I would like to align this to the left, so we're going to go alignment on our vstack.leading. Okay, I understand that this is not the most aesthetically pleasing screen. This is just a demo. I think my last video was really good looking. So if you're in need for some good looking screens, go watch the glass morphism tutorial. Okay, but we're going to come back to our content view.swift. And now, since we hooked up the navigation link, we have detail view. But what we have to do is pass animal to our animal variable. So this detail view needs an animal, and we are getting animal from our loop. So we're setting this equal to something that is not the first one. So what we're going to do is test this bad boy out. Just hit play. Cool looking goat, check out his horns. We can click him, there he is. You know, and we can move all of this up if we want. We can go spacer at the bottom. So let's try that. Let's click the monkeys. Now that looks better. My preview is like my worst enemy right now. This is nutso. Cute mouse. Why does everyone hate mice? LOL. And that's pretty much it. And there are ways to customize, you know, the appearance of this back button. I showed you one of the ways to, you know, set, if you were just to want to set it as the inline display mode. We can do a lot here. Okay, so we have the basics down. I'm trying to think what else to show you without getting too complex. So let's go ahead and show the modal pop-up. And we're gonna do that on our detail view. So go under your image and hit dot on tap gesture. You guessed it, that is triggered when you tap on the image. So we're gonna come up here and go at state var pop-up, or show pop-up is equal to false. And on tap gesture, we're gonna say show pop-up dot toggle. Let's make a new SwiftUI view, pop-up view. This can just say hello world for the sake of demonstration. We don't need anything on that screen. And then under our on tap gesture, what we're doing is setting this to true, then false, it's toggling it. But under that, we're gonna say dot sheet is presented. We're gonna go $ show pop-up, content, pop-up view parentheses. So, what happens here, word of advice also, when you use modal pop-ups, it's meant to be the last step. You don't want to be able to navigate using the modal pop-up. It's something that you should see, your user should see it, and then they swipe it down, or hit save, or hit close, something along those lines where that's not being used to navigate to a different screen. We're gonna tap, and you see it has this behavior of a bottom sheet. That is how easy it is to just show that modal presentation. Cool, right? We don't see our nav button here, do not panic. That is because we are on the detail view just demoing this screen. So if I were to go back to my content view with my list, hit resume. I mean, this is comical at this point with this. Okay. If you click around enough, you'll figure it out. We'll go to sea turtle. We have our back button here, but if I tap sea turtle, you know, maybe this would be a cool idea to like have more info about whatever animal you have here. This is usually, you know, something to display more data, but at the end of the day, you want your user swiping down to dismiss that. So there it is, guys. You know, list, navigation, very simple. I know I didn't get into like a ton of details, but I just want to demonstrate like this is not a lot of code. SwiftUI makes this so easy, and there are probably ways that I can improve this code too. So if you're using, you know, UIKit or doing all this in code, using UIKit elements or zip files or storyboards, then like this takes a lot longer and it's a lot more tedious of a process. So one of the many reasons I love SwiftUI. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment. Once again, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading all kinds of stuff from tutorials to, you know, I think I got some cool ideas in the works where I might start redesigning some popular apps. I have my own apps that I'm also building, so I'll document the process of those later on. And yeah, this is a learning experience for me, so let me know what you guys think. Also, I want to add that I will be posting the GitHub repo, and I will be sharing this code if you guys want to download the source code, compare it to your own. If you're running into errors or anything, you can comment for that, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, but you'll be able to compare your code with mine using the GitHub link in the description. Thank you.